would have been the best if I didn't actually hit record. And then I go, alright, here we go.
It's alright, I have another can.
Mallory, go ahead. How was your week? You know the drill.
Well, my week has been increasingly busy. Just because I
yeah.
got a new job.
Look at that.
So I'm
Job
running around
time.
like a crazy person, and it's so much fun, but I love it.
That's on OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding.
Shut up.
Mom, don't look that up.
So I've been crazy busy with work. I really haven't had time to game or really do anything.
It's all good. I have the time. I just haven't.
Yeah. I have been watching a lot of One Piece.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, so you don't have
Holy
time.
shit.
I'm sorry, Mallory.
Holy
for
shit,
games. You don't
okay.
have time for games.
Okay.
You have to watch the longest anime
Oh, right.
in existence.
So it's more that we put on we'll put it on while I'm still working at my computer and stuff.
It's not really
So,
well, I guess
like,
that's how you watch
I'm
One Piece.
listening to it, and like every so often, like I'll just
In
zone
English,
in on
right?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's your
I
I was
favorite
gonna say, how
character?
much are you absorbing if you're listening to the Japanese track in the background? And then like fucking Mallory, wow, this is really interesting.
Right,
As she's on the fucking computer.
I like that they have a monkey in it.
Yeah. Still more attention than some
Wait,
when I show
wait.
them stuff. But yeah, go.
My favorite is Tony Chopper. He's just the most amazing character. I love him. And that's really been my week besides, sleeping.
Good
Watch
job.
JoJo.
You also did you talk to me the whole time?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Well, anyways, that's why
I was louder
That's
this
why
time.
Mallory was a little quiet, but she was louder than normal. Mr. Josh.
Let's see. Started Sekiro again.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I lost my save data. So.
What?
Oh yeah, when I had to, my hard drive kept crashing, so I traded it in for a PS4, the one with the terabyte in it.
That's why I'm this far.
But yeah, sadly I lost a lot of save data because, despite having it set to automatically save to the cloud, it doesn't do that.
Sony.
Yeah, you have to manually do that shit.
Yeah, guess what? When on my Xbox.
Time by asking.
What? Shut the fuck up!
Wow. Nobody asked you.
Whenever Xbox, yeah, exactly. With my Xbox, I just just does it.
Yeah.
I love Xbox.
So simple.
Yeah.
PlayStation's
so,
cooler.
Yeah, so that was my weekend, but did finally get past the big hurdle from when I was previously playing it. So yay. Let's see. Watched a few films. Watched From Beyond last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's his face? Well, don't tell me the actor's name. Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Pretty much the same
Hey,
cast
would you
from
shut the
Reanimator.
fuck up?
I know, right?
Hey, Google! Hey, listen! Hey, Google! Hey, shut up! Okay?
Jeez.
When robots take over, they're gonna come after you.
Yeah, they can come
That's
after
why they're
this.
nice to my Alexa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
fuck off.
I'm
This is an
super
Alexa.
nice.
So yeah, where were we? So yeah, pretty much
From
same.
Beyond, really good.
Same cast as Reanimator, same director.
Is it related?
No, well,
tangentially because Lovecraft. Yeah.
Yeah. There's.
Holy shit! Shut up.
No.
Hey! You wanna get unplugged? Hey, bitch, keep it up!
I mean, why not?
Hey, come
just,
here.
Why not just
Hey!
unplug it?
I
though?
know.
Hey,
right?
Google! Shut the fuck up!
Now your phone's going off.
There you go, that's what I thought.
Hacked.
Anyways, go.
Hacked.
Alright.
Yeah, they're Lovecraft stories. Really
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice score.
It's really crazy.
It's a good one. I love
I mean, the
the
effects are good. Well, okay, except for when the weird
the
eels.
penis wrinkle.
I've got some reminders for
Dude,
No, that one was a timed one. That's
Okay,
fine. I was waiting. Yeah, no, that was a reminder to remind me to tell you guys to hurry the fuck up. No, I'm joking. No, go.
And anyways,
There's a sign.
fucking hell. Yeah.
reminders for ZB Rocker.
Go! You guys are the ones stopping every time it goes up.
I
I'm not
said
saying
Zed.
anything.
Anyway,
You guys are allowed to go.
From Beyond, really good movie. Y'all
Yeah.
should check it out.
Okay, good.
I'm
Next.
losing my train of thought. Whatever. Just things.
What did I
distracting
do?
as fuck.
Played Yu-Gi-Oh's for the first time with a couple of my friends. Proved the validity of my deck because someone was talking mad shit and then forgot their boss monster, so we made fun of them. Go Super Poly.
Are you still using that not meta zombie deck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah, baby. Zombie World for the win.
Zombie World's fun.
I love it so much because everything's a zombie, so I just super poly your shit and then steal it with Vampire Sucker too. And I fucking love Zombie World. Bought a new vest, patched that shit up for Halloween's. Watching horror movies. Watched another Lovecraft, Color Out of Space, with my third favorite actor, Nick Cage.
I've been meaning to see that one.
Patrick
what was
Has
it
My
called?
Voodoo, Color Out of Space. My favorite Lovecraft story.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Because I sat in on part of it and it looked really weird. It looked
Yeah,
weird. I
it
don't know
is.
if it was good.
So it's
but it was-
completely different from the actual story, because the actual story takes place in like the 1800s.
For the record, I didn't like Maggie. So
Maggie's
I don't know why
okay.
everyone said Maggie's amazing. And
I don't
watched
get it either. Like,
I think it got
bought
overhyped. Yeah.
I bought Maggie
Yeah.
because everyone
And
was
I
like
just like,
Arnold
yeah,
and like
this is the
Last of
best
Us role.
Nick Cage
I'm like,
film. Yeah.
no, it's Arnold.
No, wait, no, not Maggie. I'm sorry.
Manny.
Manny.
You're talking
Oh,
about
Mandy.
Yeah.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Mandy's good.
We don't apparently. Okay, listeners. Apparently, we don't know our films.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Okay,
that
so
one.
I like Mandy.
Uh-huh.
I have seen it the way it's suggested you're supposed to see it. Not that we endorse that behind the behavior or indulgences on the cast, but
Yeah, but to me,
Yeah.
a movie is shit. Then if you have to do that to enjoy
Yeah.
it.
no, you didn't have to do that to enjoy it. I like it by itself, but
Well,
I saw
but people
it that
like
way.
Twilight. So my point
Oof,
being
yeah,
is,
no.
my point
It's-
being is,
seeing
like,
it-
was
seeing-
it good?
Yeah, seeing it both ways, I wasn't disappointed either time. I understood it a little bit better out, but Color Out of Space is better. I prefer it. It's a nice interpretation. I like Nick Cage in it. I won't say any more, but Patrick has my Voodoo login, so check it out.
Can you text that to me so I know which movie to look up?
I'll just give him my Voodoo, yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Everyone can just have it. So
Right.
I'll have that link below. His information,
Yeah, like
login
Voodoo,
link,
right?
so all of you can watch it.
It's my Gmail account.
All right. Now that it seems to be
Um,
quiet, real quick, Josh, what movie did you see? You would take advantage of this time now before it starts again.
Well, yeah, I rewatched that animated Addams Family.
Oh.
How was that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cute.
It's newer, right?
It's
Yeah,
Oscar
it's-
Isaac, right?
Yeah, Oscar Isaac as Gomez,
Is he good?
Charlize Theron as... Yeah, he does a good job.
Nice all-star voice cast.
I would love to see him as a real
I mean,
Gomez.
Nick Kroll as Uncle Fester is pretty good.
I can't
Yeah.
stand Nick Kroll. Me and I'm just not friends.
He's hit or miss for me. He's really hit
His
or miss
stand-ups
for me.
aren't good, I know that much.
Oh yeah, his
Yeah, I've
best
seen some
line
clips of it.
is the Community one. I wish there was a word to describe my pleasure at seeing someone else's misfortune.
Yeah.
He's the German guy. I'd probably fuck that line up, but yeah.
Yeah, he is a bit hit or miss. Let's see.
He's good in Big Mouth.
Yeah, I haven't really watched Big Mouth and clips I've
Is that a
seen.
show?
I never, yeah,
It's a Netflix
on, yeah, it's a
original.
Netflix
It's
thing.
an animated series.
See, Netflix is the most mainstream of the streaming services, maybe other than Disney Plus, and I still don't know half of those fucking... Everyone's always talking about shit. Like, first of all, Tiger King is the reason I don't trust people's suggestions, because everyone said that shit was good and it was
it's
trash.
not. Okay, we
Such a
watched
trash
it.
fire.
We only watched it because everyone else was watching it. And we
Right,
were going to talk
so-
about it that week.
It's just trendy trash, so it's not good.
No.
No.
Big Mouth is good,
Mhm.
but it's as it went on, I got tired of it. Which is why
Okay,
I
that's
hope-
not very
one of
good
those.
then.
No, yeah,
See,
it's
that
one of
sounds
those.
like a bad show.
Just
Like-
watch the first season, you'll be fine.
Yeah, the first
So
season's
kind
of
good.
like saying-
Season 2 is not bad. Season 3, I'm like, I can pass.
Okay, so
Starts
season 3 is when I don't watch
Yeah.
that.
Just stop
See,
there.
that's why I hope they leave Altered Carbon alone, because it's good. It
Yeah,
wraps up
sometimes you need to
perfect.
learn when to stop.
Exactly.
Because
American
to me,
television.
To me, if something starts off slow but gets good, like Peep Show to me is one of the best examples of that. It's very slow but gets amazing even. So to me, that's okay to have a slow start,
Yeah.
but you shouldn't get worse.
Yeah.
For example, even though I hate that thing where, because our resident comic expert that we used to have on hand, he would always tell me, "Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. gets better. Oh, Arrow gets better. I forgot which one gets worse. I forgot which one gets Flash gets worse.
Flash gets way.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's one of those things where it's just like I hate being told that if I have to watch, if you're gonna say it gets better, no more than 2 episodes are allowed to roll through. If I have to watch 13 to 20 episodes before something gets good, it's
Gotham.
not good. So that's
Gotham's
just a
bad.
fact.
Yeah.
That's
Gotham.
you heard
I
that
think
here
that's
on.
a good rule of thumb.
Yeah, I think that's a good rule of thumb.
Gotham
If it takes
pissed
more
me
than
off.
2 episodes, oh god,
Gotham
yeah.
is so it's such promise but no delivery.
So Gotham, I still don't know if I just enjoyed it because I just wasted that much time already, or if it really does get better. I'm still not sure because I do like it.
See, I do like
Finally,
Gotham.
like later on, I do like it later on.
The
heard
only
it's
good
good,
shit
but I
about
don't wanna-
Gotham is Penguin. That's it. It's the only redeeming thing about it.
Even Joe. Oh no, he's a great actor. Yeah, he does a
Yeah.
good job. I don't know his
Just
name.
make the Penguin show.
Yeah.
Get
I'd
rid of
watch
everybody
that.
else. Everybody else fucking sucks.
Have you seen what's his Colin Farrell's Penguin?
I saw like the image of it. You can't even
He
recognize
looks
the
like
guy.
Richard Kind or whatever his name is, Paul from Spin City.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Ah, jeez.
it's good. Looks good. But, anyway,
Did you watch anything else, Josh? Before we go back to John's.
Yeah, Mask of the Red Death
Okay.
with Vinny P.
Yeah, how was that?
Yeah, they took a lot of liberties from the original Poe story, but It's alright. You know, you like Vincent Price, you'll probably like it. So
I do.
good. It's got a lot of colors in it.
That's
obviously
weird.
But
I mean, him in a color movie is just not...
yeah.
I don't know, it doesn't vibe well with me.
Yeah, but it's alright.
I love his mechanical skeleton in House on Haunted Hill. Have you ever seen that one, the original?
So
Spoilers for who haven't seen that 70-year-old movie.
Wait, no. Oh, I guess I got that confused with Hill House.
Yeah.
Because I know there's that new show.
Wait, there's something called Hill House?
Yeah, because there's Hill House, there's The Haunting of Hill House, there's House on Haunted Hill, and because one of them's
apparently everything's haunted on a hill.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's a really fucking good Richard Matheson book. That's the first book I read as a kid that freaked me out. Like, it's really good. Check it out. Richard Matheson, Haunting of Hill House, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because they made like another show, Haunting of Bly Manor.
Oh, I heard that's good.
Yeah, a lot of people that I've been either talking to on Discord or on Twitter have been watching that.
I can't get into anything right now. I'm just,
yeah, I know. I'm still trying to see when I can sit down and watch Hereditary. Like, I really want to do that this month.
It's good.
Yeah, no, I hear it's great, but it's one of those like.
Honestly, I prefer the Vivitch.
In the mood to watch it.
Well, yeah, no, it has to be like I prefer the Vivitch, but Hereditary's good.
I mean, different actors or different directors.
I thought it was the same guy.
No,
he did Midsummer.
Hereditary and Midsummer.
Oh, okay.
The
That's what I'm fucking
Vivitch
up.
and The Lighthouse.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I didn't really like Midsummer. It's okay.
Yeah,
anything else you watched this week?
Candyman.
Candyman? That one's a pretty good one.
I watched Candyman as well!
Dude, holy shit.
Candyman was weird when I first saw that, because I saw that a long time ago.
Same, I saw it when I was a child.
So that was a weird one, because I didn't expect the bear.
A lot of bees, yeah.
Oh, Virginia Manson's such a babe.
That ending was kind of sad. Like, I was gonna say sucks, but I don't want it to mean like, you know. No, I don't mean like it sucks like it's bad. But like, that's a
for what
sucky
happened.
situation.
Yeah, sucks would have been a bad
Is
word.
Is that Clive Barker? Did he do that Candyman?
I think he wrote it and produced it.
Did he direct
involved in some way?
He was definitely
but it is
involved.
Clive, right? Yeah.
Yeah, his name definitely is in the credit roll.
I wish Clive Barker's Jericho had been good.
I still remember. That's the only memory I have of that dude.
That's bad?
Yeah, exactly. That was a bad game. Yeah, that was a random encounter.
I don't know. Like,
No. Hellraiser right there, man.
Oh, okay.
Because I really like the fact that it's like, let's take a prominent, it's like, let's take a prominent writer, producer, film guy, and have him try to do a game. But they've done that several times, but unfortunately, it just never seems to work.
Yeah.
Like, you need an actual video game director and writer to write a video game it just seems like that's the case because it just didn't work out. Like, and it's, I don't think it has anything to do to Clive Barker's detriment. I feel like if he had done it in a movie form, like if he did Jericho as a movie, I feel like it would have worked out better. Yeah. It just didn't work out as an experience because you had like the walk and talk. It was first person. You had the walk and talk, so that was really weird to do, especially because he was trying to tell so much.
Yeah,
but
the exposition
but you were exactly. But you're playing a game, so you wanted to get into it. For me, it's like it's why some people don't like Death Stranding. Like I was showing our roommate the other day that like the opening cutscene of Death Stranding is like 45 minutes. Like she and I sat there and watched like 45 minutes worth of cutscene. So it's just one of those things where it's just like I'm serious. Like this game is not for everybody because not everyone likes to do that. Yeah, because some people pick up a game, they want to play a game. Like Ghost of Tsushima, I feel like does it very well. I think Ghost of Tsushima has great pacing because it's like cutscene 5 minutes and a lot of gameplay, kind of a 5-minute cutscene and like 40 minutes of gameplay. I think like that's how you just gotta watch it. And I feel like Clive Barker just didn't know how to direct a game, so he didn't know the pacing, so it was a little off. But anyways, that's cool though. I didn't know he was involved in that.
You know what would make a great series? Going to Clive Barker. Watch Midnight Meat Train. It's also on my Voodoo. Bradley Cooper's in it.
That's
it's a good one. It's a good little
is that like an old one or a new one?
2007.
Okay,
8?
So it's before I even knew Bradley Cooper. Then.
It's
this is like Bradley Cooper before
it's
I knew who the fuck that was.
Around the Hangover days.
Is it that old? Oh, wow, Hangover is that old, huh?
Because Bullet 2 Tony is the if you Lock Stock fans, he's the antagonist. It's a good one. It's like a Clive Barker novella come to life.
Oh, you know what's crazy to think about how old Hangover is? Is that was in theaters at the same time as Grindhouse.
Holy shit.
yeah.
Because I remember everyone was talking about Hangover, and I saw Grindhouse 4 times in theaters. And I was like,
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck
we
about your
that
fucking
shit.
Hangover. I'm like, I'm watching fucking... Not that Grindhouse is that great. I liked...
Death Proof is better
Death
than
Proof. I was going to say, Death Proof is a much
Planetara.
better movie than
Was,
fucking Planet Terror.
Was Death Proof the one with Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Death
I've
Proof's
seen
so
that
good.
one.
I
and
love
that was
that
When
movie.
the
pretty
light
good.
flies away.
I know, right?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole scene is paced so well where you're just like, it's so focused on it, and you know it's going to happen. You know it's
Tarantino
going to
went
happen.
balls deep for that one,
Yeah, so...
But Damnation Game is a Clive Barker book. That would make a great series. Amazon.
They could. I could see Amazon. That's going to have to be an Amazon or Hulu thing. I don't feel like Netflix would do it right. They would overexpand it.
Yeah.
Thought about starting House of Leaves again. If you haven't done that, it's a really creepy book.
I remember my friend lent me the book. I never got around to actually reading it. I was more
So
like...
in-depth.
I read like the first... What is it, like the prologue? Is it
Johnny
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 It's like
Johnny
the
Tremaine.
letter.
What the fuck's his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like our generation's Gravity's Rainbow almost.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You literally read it back cover to cover.
But you have it on your shelf, so people are like, "Oh, you have House of Leaves." Yeah,
I
it's a
read it
it's a
this
good book.
direction.
It's a
Let
good
me
book.
read it this direction.
No, that's only Revolutions.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the narrow book. That one's good. I like
I
that
don't
one.
remember it being narrow. It was a big book, and I remember like the more you read it, the text got smaller, and then
so
on
that
the
is
other
House of
side,
Leaves. Yes.
but it's like upside down and getting bigger. Yeah.
And that's it. That was my week.
Mallory?
How was your week, Pat?
My week is good. It was very good. So getting into the news. Oh, first, channel plugs.
That was a long
So,
Yeah.
Mr. John, where can we find all your stuff?
at Gyarados.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, so first thing that came in, my new Brennan Williams slides
Nice.
from iSlide. Mallory is the first person to
I
notice
love
earlier, so
them.
thank you. Shouts out to Brennan Williams at iSlide, so that's got that stuff.
Can
Figured
you send me
he'd
the
do our
link to
commercial.
those?
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay.
Figured,
So now I got you.
hey, you're gonna do our commercial, then we got
Yeah.
your back. So we got that going on,
Yeah,
which is
support
really
ya.
cool. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Not much gaming. I did download a few things. I'm just like, I'm gonna get to this, but still not
Okay.
because I just wanna. I don't know. I just wanna like make sure you have to be in the. My stuff's narrative driven, so I have to fucking like be ready
Yeah.
to pay attention for the long haul of like what's happening. It's like that's why it took me so long to beat Death Stranding, is I would have to take like weeks off because I was just like. I'm not going to pay attention to what's happening to President, whatever the fuck their name is.
Yeah.
So because of that, this is not a game to play right now. Same thing with Yakuza. I would take long breaks from that because of that. Judgment, I took like a month break. But they're all really good, though. New Yakuza game coming out next month. So I'm excited about that. That'll be into gaming again for sure.
Okay.
I was showing Josh how big the new map is on
Yeah,
the
it's
thing.
huge.
I was surprised because Kamurocho is already pretty big for a thing, and I've been going to that same map for literally the last, what is it, I got into the series in 2013. So... Like, what is it? It's like 15 games in like 7 years. So it's like, I'm very used to this map. It's actually, you would think it's a bad thing, but it's actually a lot of fun in the sense that, I know where to go already. It's like, oh, go to the fucking whatever on this street. And if it's your first game, it'll guide you. It's natural to be lost because it's a pretty big city to explore. But me, I'm just like, I know where that is. But it's just amazing seeing Kamurocho from 1980. When was the first game? Zero, the prequel. Takes place in 1980. Fuck, I don't remember. 88, I want to say? It's like late 80s.
Okay.
It's not like, yeah. But it's great, though, because since it's the late 80s going into the 90s, you have references where people are just like, you run into a guy when you're Majima who's like, has the very first cell phone. So he has this huge pouch because he has the whole rig and shit like that. And he has the, 88. Woo! Thank you, John, just confirming that I slightly know that series. But yeah, so he's like carrying the whole big phone and everything, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And then the guy's just like, "Oh, I forgot what he called it. He didn't call it a cell phone, but some like meme name." And he goes, "Yeah, so you want to use it?" And he goes, "Why would I want to use it?" Bless you. He goes, "Why would I want to use the phone away from the house?"
Right.
And then he was just like, he's like, "What? It's awesome because you can, and anyways." But then the guy's like battery dies on it, and he's just then you go on his quest to like get him batteries or whatever. That's the thing I love about Yakuza / Judgment is that you go from the main story is very dark, usually very deep and emotional. So to like the very Shakespearean method, they move out of the way with side quests being a little more silly.
Okay.
So you have Ask Ketchum, and you have like the trio of perverts in Judgment, or you have stuff like where you look for batteries or whatever. What's up?
Remind me to pick up Judgment on Friday.
You got it. They
I
usually have
really
a
want
good
to play
sale on
that.
that.
It's on sale for $23 right now.
Okay,
Unless
yeah, that's
the
well
base
worth it.
price. Yeah,
That's well worth
like,
it.
that's fine right there, but if it's on more.
I'll remind you.
Yeah.
Definitely worth picking up. I think, Josh, you picked it up, just haven't got to it, right?
Actually, sadly, I never got around to buying it.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
yes. But it is really good, and Judgment's not a bad place to start. I know I get asked that a lot. It's like, since this came out since this takes place in Kamurocho 2019, should I play some Yakuza games first? It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Because it's so removed that it really doesn't matter. The style is just different enough gameplay-wise where you'll carry over some familiar knowledge, especially learning the map, but you won't really have to learn characters and stuff like that. It's like in Yakuza, especially when you're playing Zero, which forward references stuff, and then the older games which happen after Zero, you need to kind of know those characters, especially Kiryu and Majima and a lot of the main people that they know. It's going to be very important. The events leading up to the big Millennium Tower blowing up and shit like that.
What the fuck?
You just want to know all that stuff in the game because it is important to the narrative. No, that happens in like the fucking first 3 seconds. But anyways, it's just one of those things where that main series does reference the other games a lot, so it's important to play that as you do. But
is Judgment more noir based because of who you play? Like you're a detective, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you'll have stuff now where maybe Kiryu would shake down somebody. You're gonna do something like investigate the building with your drone or whatever, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Right,
they really did cater to making that character his own. He has 2 stances like Kiryu, but at the same time he what do you call it? But he fights very different still. Unlike how Kiryu and Majima can carry weapons with them. What the fuck is his name? I forgot it. But anyways, he always you can only use the weapons in that battle.
Okay.
So you're gonna drive. You pick up a bat there. You can't save it because once that battle's over, those are all disposable. Unlike in the Yakuza games where you can store a pipe or you can store a bat and then pull it out later to use. But
Fumiya?
So that's
I looked it up. Fumiya Sugiura?
Yagami is the one for Judgment.
Oh, okay.
But, I just remember now. Somehow that reminded me, so thank you.
Nice.
I don't know how you said a completely different name and it reminded me of Yagami, but yeah. But no, he's great,
At
though.
least you didn't give the face from earlier.
Well, that was a moment. But yeah, it's one of those things where, for those who don't know what we're talking, for a point of reference, John was trying to remember the members of a K-pop group, and he was doing a great job at first because he was putting the wrong names to the wrong faces. However, the names were correct, at least.
Yeah.
The names were at least correct for the group. Then he just said one from another group, and I said, you know what, never mind. And so Mallory was laughing because I was very, proud in a way, because I was just like, oh, he at least remembers the right names.
He had a smile.
Yeah, I had a smile. And then all of a sudden,
and nodding his head,
and then all of a sudden I got very disappointed.
It was
I was
very,
just oh, no.
monotoned and just head shaking.
Yeah, like real disappointment.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, because I wasn't emoting to be funny, because I didn't think anyone was looking at me, so that was just a genuine emotion. Yeah. I wasn't like, oh, Mallory must be looking, I must be... Right. I was just looking forward because I'm watching the video, and then I'm just never mind, I'm disappointed in life. No. But yeah, so yeah, definitely pick up Judgment for those of you who, if it's still on sale when you guys hear this, which it should be, because it's coming out in a few hours. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when PlayStation sales end anymore. It seems like there's always a block of games on sale at some point. So they've been pretty good about that since COVID. So yeah. As far as wrestling goes, nothing really. Just it's just bad. They did the draft. Raw SmackDown had their draft recently. Some people moved over that I would like to be oh, they're moving to Raw. That means good things, like AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy did too. So it's okay. What it looks like they're doing from an actual behind the scenes point of view, seeing the fact that they're down 19 million or whatever the fuck weekly viewers per brand, the fact that they've lost all these wrestling fans, they're obviously, it looks like they're going to try to amp up Raw with all the talent. They're going to try to do a make SmackDown B tier bullshit. Make Raw the premier brand again. It was to the point. I don't know if you guys remember. What's up?
Marga.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a point where SmackDown was just taped. Yeah. It aired on Friday. It was Friday Night SmackDown. It was taped on Tuesdays because they would always come to towns with SmackDown, film it, and then it would air on Friday because they didn't give a shit because it was the B show.
And so they made a big deal when it was SmackDown Live.
Exactly, which to this day it's still live, and at one point it had the good talent, but not. Well, not that Raw has any good... I don't know. So, and then they did this really stupid thing where I was just and I hate this, because the Street Profits are now considered one of the only or the first group, because I don't care about the Street Profits, I didn't really read the article, but that are now Triple Crown, which means they've won the tag team in NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. But they didn't really... The one that pisses me off is the way WWE... Because WWE's pushing Like they're just pushing Street Profits like they're, in prison and they just saw the guy bent over, right? So they're just pushing Street Profits like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the problem is, what they did is they put New Day on SmackDown? No. Street Profits on SmackDown, and New Day went to Raw. And then they go, you guys got to trade the belts. Now they're the tag team, the SmackDown tag team champions. So now they're Triple Crown by hand, literally in the scene they handed over to each other, and they became the SmackDown because they switched brands.
Yeah.
Ergo Triple Crown. I'm like, that's such bullshit. You could have still done that. You can force them down my throat and be a Triple Crown, because I can't help that. They're pushing them for some reason.
Yeah.
But at least have a fucking match where I'll just be like, oh, okay, I guess.
Right?
It was just so bad because they took all the belts off Nakamura and Cesaro, blah, blah, blah. So
Like,
I'd like to,
just
but...
taken the belts and then just have, just be like, oh, well, another tag team has to earn them back.
Yeah, or that, or whatever. Yeah, reset or something.
Yeah.
They could have done so many things, but they literally, it's a scene, and it's so dumb because they hold it back and they kind of look reserved, Xavier Woods and Kofi and fucking the two Street Profit morons look at each other and they're just like, I don't know, man. Oh, right, so they're about to hand the belts, and they pull back, and then Street Profit Idiot 1 talks to Street Profit Idiot 2 and goes, hold on, we talked about this. I think that's what he said. I can never understand those morons. But anyway, because they mumble a lot. I've sent the fucking promos. I know they just mumble. Anyways, and then they go, okay, and then they trade. Like, they do this whole thing. They just go, okay, like Thursday, like, you know what? We discussed this. I thought they were going to fight or something. I was like, oh, are they going to fight and see who's the superior?
Yeah.
And they were just no, whatever. And then all of a sudden they were allies because then Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Oh, excuse me, Bobby Roode has become Robert Roode for some reason. I don't know if a copyright thing happened or whatever, but he just became Robert Roode all of a sudden. All his branding became Robert Roode instead of Bobby Roode. But anyways,
he's proper now.
So anyways, they come out and all of a sudden now all the tag team champs are together and they all said it together. We want the smoke. I'm just like, oh my god, I hate this. I still don't know what that means, by the way.
Right?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the New Day, but even in that scene, I liked New Day better. That's just how dislikable fucking Street Profits are. And AEW, we'll see. I haven't watched it tonight, because it's tonight, but I'm going to watch it after we record. But we'll see, because it's Orange Cassidy versus Cody Rhodes to the belt, and I am not a fan of Orange Cassidy. Like I told Josh before, just to wrap it up,
you don't like
the concept is cool because it's like the laziest wrestler ever, so he just really just doesn't give a fuck and blah blah blah. Like, I get that. Like I said, if I told Josh, if I was a talent guy or a writer, I'd be like, all right, I'm hearing you. Now, how are you going to execute this? Then they show me the Orange Cassidy concept, and I'm just like, no.
He just wears sneakers, that's it.
Yeah, he wears sneakers. For a while, this is the thing that even Josh pointed out with the first time he saw Orange Cassidy. Everyone always goes, he wrestles with his hands in his pockets. But within like 5 minutes, Josh saw him remove his hands from his pockets, and it's just like, what happened? I thought he's the guy who wrestles with his hands in his pockets.
That would have been much more interesting.
If he always did
that. Like he's just in there.
Yeah, if he somehow pulled it off.
I was going to say, I think you showed me 2 matches, and I remember them both starting off the same way.
Yeah.
He puts his hands in... Oh, wait, no. He's just like, no, I'm not going to put this band
on he waits till the bell rings before putting on his gear.
Yeah. And then after that, he puts his hand in his pockets, gets wrecked on.
Yeah, usually whoever he's playing against just kicks him in the mouth or clotheslines
gets the shit beat out of him, and then he's like, guess I'm going to have to knock my hands in my
It's like a bad Goku. Yeah. It's like a bad Goku. He basically goes, let me test myself.
It's like,
oh no, I gotta try.
It's like you're not even gonna do the whole thing where, like, maybe he's some nimble-ass motherfucker like dodges some shit.
Yeah.
Like, you ever watch a kung fu film?
Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and then his aesthetic is just nothing.
Oh, no, he's a dollar store Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he's a dollar store Ryan Gosling. Yeah, very good. Exactly. That's it, really. And again, I agree with you guys. If he somehow did the whole match with his hands in his pockets, I'd be a lot more amazed.
He's pretty captivating.
But so I hope he doesn't win the belt because they're just putting. So the people that like him are modern, new wrestling fans who think who's only seen. You got to understand, even if you're 20 years old, if you've only seen 20 years of WWE, which means John Cena already had the belt 6 times. Whoa. You haven't seen good wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because John Cena's first 3 title reigns are the good ones. So if you weren't born yet, you didn't, or you haven't retro watched them on WWE Network for $9.99 a month. It's one of those things where, oh man, if they sponsored us,
holy shit,
anyways,
so dope.
Yeah, that'd be great. But anyways, it's one of those things where it's just people you can't blame per se, because this is the only wrestling they've ever seen. And if you've only seen wrestling of the last 20 years and don't watch retro matches, AEW is probably the best shit on TV right now. However, even though it's still my favorite, it's horribly flawed, so I'm still going to point that out. And so,
writing?
when it's bad, it's bad. And that's the thing I've told Josh, especially in their tag team division. When it's great, god damn, it's great. And the funniest perfect fraction that we saw, Josh and I watched a 4-way tag team match. Josh pointed out 2 times for 2 of the tag teams that he saw them do something at least at one point where it was kind of like, oh wow, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Then the other 2 tag teams didn't. That's the perfect ratio right there. It's really a 2-to-2. For every 2 great ones, there's 2 clunkers in there, and they just force it. Okay. Yeah. Which is a shame, but yeah. Other than that, we saw... there's that announcement that Batman is being delayed to 2022. Not 2021. The Batman movie is 2022.
Oh yeah,
and they don't know. They don't even know what date in 2022 yet. Just sometime 2022, because they don't see themselves.
I'm guessing. Well, I'm also guessing they're probably going to want to make sure that it's a theatrical release.
Yeah. So that's the things I'm thinking.
They delayed Wonder Woman so much, and now they're just like, fuck it, we're just gonna.
What's that single-handedly revitalize the theater industry?
Yeah.
I think, honestly, you know what would I think would really be a great move for the theater? And I get it's a bunch of old heads that you'd have to try to convince this, but just do it the way they did the Trolls movie and everything, Bill and Ted. Just let you buy it already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck it. Let you buy it already. Are you really making... Because, theaters don't make any money off of the tickets. They really make it more off concessions, correct?
Yeah, concessions.
That's how I understood it. Yeah. And then, so basically the movie industry... distributing it to all the people, all that stuff like that... I wonder how much money they're really making in the end, as opposed to doing at-home tickets or let you buy it off the bat. $25 a pop, $25 a pop, $25 a pop. I feel like that'd be more profitable. And if you could really explain that to the people, just sell it right away, At least in the time of COVID, until we really do have an accessible cure or something. But I just don't think theater's going to come back in a while, and Josh is right. That's probably why they're pushing it out to 2022, because they're just crossing their fingers. Because think about all these tours right now, right? Trivium's announced tour dates. A lot of K-pop groups all have 2021 tour dates. But we don't know for a fact that come May of next year, that K-pop groups are going to want to come here, or that rock bands are going to want a world tour or anything. We don't know that yet. We're just hoping, or if they can.
What's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. So. We're just hoping. And so that's why they push it to 2022. Because the movie looked pretty progressed, right? Like, from what we saw in that trailer, it looks like they've had some work done. Yeah. So I'd be remiss to feel that they really need 2 years more filming. Yeah. Right, I feel like it's just, they're just delaying it, really. There are probably a few polishings to do, but they're probably just want that big theater boom. They want it to be that. Because what was the last Batman movie in theaters? Mainstream Batman.
Well, I don't know if Justice League.
No. I was thinking Josh. I think Josh was about to say the answer.
Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Yeah.
2008.
Did that one do very good? At least blockbuster. I know it's not a great film, but did
great as
Dark Knight. Yeah, probably not as great as Dark Knight.
Okay, so it basically only did good in the sense that it's a Batman thing. Everyone
it was the last one. Everyone's like, let's see what this is about.
But it wasn't really the best-selling Batman movie.
Whatever. It's my favorite of the trilogy.
So they probably are. So they probably are...
I have terrible taste.
Excuse me. So they probably really are waiting for that big theatrical boom.
Yeah.
Plus, since the last Batman proper was Dark Knight Rises, they really want to make sure. Well, we'll just hope it's good. It's just a shame that we are going to have to wait so long to see it, because 2022... I mean, the end of 2020 seems like it's fucking far away. So 2022 seems even further. So we'll see. Hopefully by then we've gone to all the cons and everything in 2021, and we can happily march
so into... optimistic, man.
Yeah, I know,
right? Is Sonic the Hedgehog still the highest grossing film of 2020?
I would say in theaters, yes.
Good.
Straight Oscar bait, yeah.
Because what else has come out since then? Because theaters are open now, but they're so limited.
That Nolan of them film came out.
What was it?
Yeah, I heard it's good.
I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I heard it's just Inception again.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So Dark Knight without Christian Bale.
Anyways, but yeah, I think it really is, because that one's literally the only one that could have sold that many tickets. So just by seat numbers, Sonic is undefeated still.
I hate how they were like, Tenet's going to revitalize and change the way you think of cinema.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Why?
No, the Trolls movie.
I think it was a local article I read, because they were talking about Regal shutting down some of their movie theaters.
Good.
And
a lot, right? Like, isn't it most of them?
Pretty much all of them.
That's what I heard.
At least in the in our city. I don't
proper,
know nationwide, but the most vapid thing I read in that article was they were pretty much putting down there's there's just not really great movies out right now. It's like, really?
Is that it?
Really? Is that the
That's
reason?
the reason?
That's why, huh?
That sounds
Jackass.
like all the government heads that are like, we need to shut down these venues because there hasn't been a good show in a while.
Yeah.
That's
It's
why.
like-
That's what it
it's
is.
like-
It's totally not because of a pandemic.
Yeah, I know that. I
That's
feel like
nothing to do with
I
it.
feel like that's what it is. Like they're just not thinking realistically.
Yeah.
No,
They're
I don't.
really
I think they
stupid
just
about
don't
it.
want to voice what it actually is.
There's
Yeah.
that.
It's like,
Well, plus I think I run into a lot of people at a certain place maybe of employment, and it really does just seem like so many people just think the thing's over.
oh, because
I hate the fact that because we're allowed to go out a bit more because some more stores
exactly.
are open, that people are acting like it's over.
Fucking
It's basically over. We're seeing the horizon, and it's like
yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn
on PC. That's how fucked it is. Yeah, exactly. But anyways, Mr.
I-
Josh, we're
I know. Sorry, I was interested to see what
You're on
movies are
Facebook?
actually out right now.
oh yeah, what's in theaters?
So Two Hearts.
What the fuck is that?
Never heard of it.
Is that an Anne Hathaway movie?
Isn't that that
Liam
one song,
Nielsen movie, Honest Thief.
What the fuck is that?
Liam Neeson, really?
Love and
Liam
Monsters.
Neeson?
Never heard
What
of
the
it.
hell is that?
The Kid Detective.
What the fuck is that?
No idea.
Nightmare Before Christmas is out.
I know that.
So
one.
okay, that's every year. Though.
That's gonna save
Yeah.
theaters.
Never Again. I don't even know what that
You
is.
mean going to theaters?
Coco.
Oh, there's one Coco.
It's Coco's again?
Coco,
Yeah.
cool. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Coco's
Henchman.
So any movie we've heard of has been released already in the past 20 years.
Yeah. Like, there's really...
So nothing.
I
Awesome.
know,
well,
yeah,
thank you for confirming that.
You're
we
welcome.
we
I
figured
just- I
it,
was
but now
just
we know for a
interested.
fact. Yeah, for
What
sure.
facts
I've
on
never
that?
even heard
Mr. Josh, where can they find all your stuffs on the internet?
The Twitches, the Twitters, and the Instagrams at Joshiro Joestar. The YouTubes, Shiro Play 5.
Still waiting on the unified branding, but
Yeah.
still,
will
but it's
probably
split for
never
now.
happen,
It's
but-
still split.
No, let's change that.
Yeah.
Oh, my turn. Oh,
Where can we find you?
I know that was a segue. That was my segue. Literally,
You were talking
yeah.
already, so I figured.
You can find him at his local library.
Right? Voting. Actually.
Oh, yeah.
Which apparently no young people are doing, because from all
Oh,
the
did
pictures
you
I
see that
it's
shit?
nothing but
Yeah.
fucking old people.
Did you see his fucking? Oh, god damn it!
I know.
Asshole. No. Literally everywhere at Gyarados Ekis.
Yeah, literally everywhere, including places that John's never been at before,
Exactly.
like Twitch. So yeah, no, actually find him everywhere.
Sometimes with an extra S, but yeah, I got that shit. I was considering making an OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, which one has the extra S?
Check out his
Just
LinkedIn.
Twitch?
I think it's just Twitch and my Gmail.
Okay, so there you
Yeah.
go. Miss Mallory?
You can find me on Instagram at awesome_Mally.
All
And
right.
where can we find you?
At Cedar Rock at all the places, slimandtibet.com
Okay.
and
How do you spell that?
disconnectedcast.com. Oh, we're gonna have the link below. You'll be able to check it out all
Those
there.
dots
That's how you
and
figure it out.
dashes.
It's really hard to spell because I was just like,
Yeah.
wow, this domain's only 30 cents. I'm gonna fucking get it. So.
//
That's what I did. But anyways, yeah.
Is that Morse code?
For some reason, Mortal Kombat 11 still being updated. Like anyone gives a shit. Like actually, no one cares.
It's not even.
But yeah, so they're getting Melina, which I'm happy about because
That's
I hate
cool.
the fact that Melina was taken out to begin with because she's my girl.
Yeah.
And then Rain,
Yep.
who's fine, and then Rambo for some fucking reason.
Give me Scarlet.
Now, I really
Yeah.
hate the fact that it's not Sylvester Stallone 2020 looking because I want to see that melted
50 times.
that melted candle looking ass.
Yeah.
I think that would be great, but no, it's just Rambo from the first movie. Rambo.
I saw an article.
Is he not going to voice it also? Is it
Yeah,
like
no,
Arnold?
It's
him.
him.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
So they got Stallone, but they couldn't get Arnie.
Yeah.
I wonder how much Arnold fucking was then.
I
He's
don't
the governor,
Who
man.
fucking knows?
I saw an article. It's like if your dad chose the characters. I'm like, no, it's like if your grandpa chose. The
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Like,
more accurate.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's happening. I don't know
Yeah,
if the game's going to get any better. They didn't talk about that in the newsletter.
Okay.
If the game was going to get good, but they're adding more
I-
characters to this very bad game.
MKX
Yeah, I
is
think they
great.
said they're going to do a balance patch, if that's what you're referring
Okay,
to.
whatever.
I'm referring to the game being shit,
I
but
know.
yeah. Hopefully, I don't
Time
know.
travel.
This is just really sad when that happens because you have games like Street Fighter 5 and Mortal Kombat 11, which you would hope would just pass it on already, whether it's the next Injustice or whether it's Street Fighter 6 or whatever the fuck.
Justice 3.
But then they just keep pumping shit, and it is like life support. And it's like no one wants this. Like the community majority vocally. I'm sure there's like some assholes who are like, I play MVCI, and it's just like you have the actual people with taste who are just like, stop it. Like majority vote says stop, and they're just like go, and then that's how they fucking are. I can't fucking believe it.
Right.
I expect that from Capcom because their fighting game division is just trash for a while, but from NRS. I would like to expect a bit more.
I would say the irony is that so many, at least a few of us, of the NRS peeps that I speak to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we're all kind of thinking the same thing. Like, gee, wouldn't it be great if NRS went, you know, away from this 2-year period of support and they just kind of kept, you know, pumping out stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, yeah, hope maybe with MK11 it'll happen. Then MK11 comes out, the honeymoon period is over, it kind of fizzles out. We're like, you know, Injustice 2 though.
Hell yeah.
And you know, Ed Boon's like, guess what, guys? We're gonna keep supporting this game.
And here we are in 2020.
We're like, oh shit.
How long? When did it launch? MK11.
2 years ago?
Wasn't it last year? 2019?
I thought it was 2019.
Yeah,
Early 2019.
I think it was
like very
2019.
early 2019.
Because I know when Aftermath came out, a lot of us were kind of like, okay, this is it. You know
what?
It
It was early 2019
April 23rd,
because
2019.
yeah, because I was gonna say I pre-ordered it on Switch, so I know that I had a Switch already, which couldn't have been earlier than 2019. So that's the thing. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I shit on it, but the thing is, I enjoyed 9 so goddamn much, and then 10 was pretty good.
I love 10.
And then 11 is just like, god damn it! Like, how did you? Like, you should have just done 10 again. If you just did 10 again and just put an 11 as the name and you literally just cut and paste the code and everything, everyone probably would have been happy and just bought it like fighting game players do, which is buy the same game 30 times. But you had to try to fucking reinvent the wheel, and you made a piece of shit, and then now you're just, like, really don't want to admit the fact that you failed, and then you're just like, let's keep going, guys. All the support. It doesn't help, though, the people that are buying this shit, so you're kind of part of the problem, but... let's let it die. What's up?
Funny that you bring up how repetitive it is, because the only thing I love about MK11 is that cutscene where Liu Kang keeps fighting Raiden.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like any enjoyment I had from the game, I just watched in a fatality compilation. When actually playing MK11, I've gotten very little joy out of it.
Yeah, it's okay.
So it's like, yeah, I guess, it functions, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, like, the story is good. Like, you know,
It's
NRS is, like, pretty decent with their stories. Now, I
For
say
sure.
decent because there's some shit in MK11 that's
In an
kinda
Ed
like,
Boon lulz kind of way.
Yeah.
It's good. It's pretty good in an Ed Boon novelty ham kind of way.
Like, with Aftermath, it was great to see, gosh, I'm probably gonna butcher his name, but, like, Kari Hiroyuki Takawa, like, come back
Very good.
as, assuming I got the full name right, seeing him come back as Shang Tsung, like, that's dope. But when you actually play it and you can just telegraph a mile away, it's like, you know, motherfucker's just gonna betray you. And then, you know, lo and behold.
What's the one where they all die? Armageddon?
I think so.
Yeah, it's Armageddon. That's when they all die.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
For
what-
some fucking reason. And then they're all
They're
and
all
then it
okay.
doesn't matter in the next game.
But isn't that what happened in MK11 too? Liu Kang's a zombie and he's bad, but
And now
it's okay. He's
Melina's
a good
back.
guy.
Yeah.
You know, one of the worst parts was the fact that Ronda Rousey was in it. Let's not be.
Oh, yeah, no,
yeah.
Ronda Rousey was shit.
Oof.
It was just so bad.
Could
I don't even care about celebrity
Fucking
things.
truth.
Like, have it if it's fine or whatever. Like, sometimes I like the novelty.
Wait,
Oh,
she's
you
a
got
truth?
like.
Yeah, she's I don't think she's been very, like, vocal about it, but there was a time where, I think they were gonna try to, put her in a match against, I think her name was Fallon Fox, who's a trans fighter, but, you know, she was just like, no, I'm not gonna get in the ring with her.
I'm not gonna get in a ring with this man. Is basically what she was saying.
Yeah, because, I forgot who Fallon Fox fought, but there was a woman who got, like, a skull fracture during the match, and, you know, it's like, an injury in MMA, you say.
Who would have thought?
Yeah,
but then Ronda
yeah,
Rousey-
literally.
But see, but other than talking about it being a stronger girl, Ronda Rousey had behind the fact that it's a man. No wonder they killed him.
Right.
And then that's not me. That's her. That was literally her point of view. Is that, hey, I'm a woman MMA fighter. I don't fight men.
Forget that. I forgot, what was it, like, Funny or Die or College Humor, but she, like, judo throws, like, some, you know, scrawny white dude. Forget about that video.
Yeah, no. That video is more than a year old. It doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, no, that's true. She did do that thing where she was like, look how strong I am. I can beat up dudes.
See, look how strong women's are.
Alright, Twitter, cancel Ronda Rousey.
I mean, I wish. I mean, hilariously...
She's kind of canceled herself with her career, by the way. There's
Well,
already that.
hilariously
Acting.
enough, Sonic Fox, I think he's...
Who was
like,
Sonic Fox?
Sonic Fox? Like, one of the best FGC players.
John's not an FGC person.
Okay.
That'd be like John
Alright.
saying, you don't know,
Alright.
fucking some random obscure punk guy.
Yeah, okay.
But anyways.
You don't know who Stiv Baters is?
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyways. Point
Anyway,
made.
yeah, so Sonic Fox, very big esports FGC.
What is FGC?
Fighting game community.
Got it.
Yeah, so like top NRS player, top Dragon Ball fighters, Skullgirls.
Nice.
Yeah.
When that was a thing.
Yeah. So anyways, he put like a video clip of it was Sonya Blade getting, I can't remember if it was a crushing, like a fatal blow or a fatality, but he does a thing and he puts like, shut the fuck up, turf. And then some politician in Scotland who is a turf like got offended and actually like brought it to their whatever their government session
Parliament
shit
kind of,
is.
yeah.
I guess Parliament, whatever. She fucking brings it up. She, the meme, the like the anime girl holding the gun.
Yes,
Shut up.
yes.
She printed it out. It was like, I'm being harassed.
What is it that I don't know if she's really a right wing nut, but how come it is all these right wing nuts
No, she's
always call it out whenever they go like, we're allowed to be offensive, but
the internet made fun of me.
Yeah,
it's the
it's like
fucking
it's like really weird.
It's the Doge meme. It's fucking
Or the
they're
fucking,
talking shit. They're the big
or
buff
humongous.
Doge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you only saw one side of that, he
holy
looked like
shit,
he
that
did
was the
look like
worst
he was
thing.
being a sexually harassing piece of shit. But when you saw the other side of that clip, it's like, wow, this bitch, like
This
fuck her,
fucking
she deserves
dad
everything
joke.
she gets. So it's
I'm
like one of
being
those things.
harassed.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
But anyways,
no, you're not. But you will be now.
Sony says that they expect the PS5 to beat the PS4 launch window. So they need if they're going to do that,
Okay.
they need to have 7 million sales by April. With how what's a nice PC term to use? With how idiotic PS5 loyals are, I could see them pulling it off. I feel like they will sell 7 million units by April. So I don't think that's an entirely unrealistic goal. So we'll see.
I mean, it does seem like people who don't even care about PlayStation or console gaming are.
Or so I'm talking about the PS5 because
Yeah.
it's trendy.
It's the fact.
'Cause it's hip.
I told you.
Yeah, exactly. What game are you going to get for it? I'm going to get a PS5.
gonna get
That's not a
Last-
game.
I'm gonna
Last of
get.
Us
I'm
2
gonna
The
again.
get.
best game.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get the PS5 game.
Is
Exactly.
Horizon on it?
Well, I mean, via
Well,
backwards compatibility.
yeah.
But like not a scaled up version.
Well, we're going to get to that.
The
so.
sequel
okay.
will
You're
be
gonna,
on it.
yeah, the sequel will be on it, but that's a very valid question
Hercules,
because
Hercules.
that's in the news.
Dope.
So we'll talk about that.
Oh,
Watchdogs Legion's microtransactions.
yeah.
So there's gonna be microtransactions. I know it's surprising.
In a
for
newbie
Ubisoft
game?
I know.
Yeah.
Since when?
You're gonna get cool shit like Aiden Pierce content. Like anyone gives a fuck about that.
Whatever, man. Aiden's a cool protagonist.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get.
Is that from the first one?
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's the asshole
Oh.
that hates his family from the first one.
No,
The
that's
one
not
who's
what it
always
is.
the one who's always asking for trouble, and then something bad happens to his family. He's just like, "Damn, how did that happen?"
I know I got my family into
Yeah,
this situation.
there's
but
actually
I don't know why.
yeah, there's actually a narrative scene where he basically says that, where he's basically like,
No, okay.
"Damn, it's like every time I do something against this corporation, they do something to my family.
I
What
love-
should I do to stop it?" It's like,
I love
stop.
Watch Dogs 1 because I love how
stop.
gritty it is and I love Chicago.
leave it
But
alone.
you
Just leave it
can't
The band?
forgive him. The Chicago's okay, yeah. Actually, 24 to 6,
alright.
whatever. Yeah, that's a good song. Smoking is a good song. But like, I like Aiden as a protagonist. I like his gritty, broody, and like over
No, shut up. Anyway, the other part of the
everything he does
season
is his
pass
fault.
that you get is for some reason there's a modernized Assassin's Creed operative that you can add to your Legion for some fucking reason
They
because
fucking make it part of the
yeah.
lore. God damn it!
because Ubisoft loves it, and they're like, "You love Assassin's Creed." Valhalla's coming out, by the way, guys. So there's that. Now it's not a direct tie-in. Again, it's supposed to be it's a modern operative that looks like an Assassin's Creed man and has
So,
Is it
so a
Damon?
cosplayer.
exactly, basically. So it's one of those things. What I think they're going to try to tie in, probably narratively, if they even explain it, is it's like in modern. You know how there's always what the fuck are they called? The insert dudes and the fucking
Abstergo?
no, well that's the company, but there's the whatevers and the whatevers, the
Templars?
assassins and the there you go, that bullshit.
Oh.
I feel like they're gonna just be like, see that shit, that's an ongoing war forever. So there's just another member of that who happens to be in this time frame, whatever. I think it's supposed to take place in current times. It's probably like 2020 is
Legion?
going to be, or
I
2021
think
or
it's
whatever.
2022.
22. So they're just getting it
Yeah.
just enough. They're just like, you'll play this game this
Right,
long.
contemporary.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Among Us creator Inner Sloth has asked all people to stop making fan merch and stop monetizing their game. I see both sides.
Yeah.
I see both sides. I see him.
Them?
I don't know them.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what they
I
are.
don't know, yeah.
But the creator, whoever they are, Inner Sloth is just like telling him to stop. So I see their side. It's like if I made like a beloved character and people are making plushes, shirts, because there's a ton of Among Us merch. We've all seen it
Oh,
online.
dude, yeah.
Masks, whatever. And it's mine. I can see it stopping. But at the same time, as fans, it's kind of like, I also want to make,
I don't know,
I wanna
man.
make cool little plushies.
I don't know.
But it is in the end up to Innersloth.
Yeah.
So
No.
Innersloth has requested that all this fan-made merch stops happening.
Seems sus.
Now,
Right?
unless, of course, they have an actual trademark or anything like that, I don't, beyond a polite request, I don't know how much action they can actually take. Although I will say, a lot of people seem to be complying with it. At least all the reputable merch people I follow that make stickers and stuff like that and plushies, they all have immediately taken it off their store the second they
Damn,
were
that
asked to.
sucks.
So.
I was gonna grab some shit this week.
Well, it should have been faster. That's
I
kind
know,
of the,
right?
But anyways, no, but you can
There's
see
a
it at that
shit
point.
ton of Among Us.
There was a lot.
You're
Yeah.
just gonna have to learn how to make your own plushies.
I guess so. I already know.
You're gonna have to
So.
crochet them.
Mallory, I don't think the mic can even hear you say that. You speak up. But that was a good one, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, so here are the games that upgrade to
Grandma.
PS5 for free. So we've been talking about the next-gen battle between Xbox and PlayStation. PlayStation kind of not handling it as well, surprisingly. Or not surprisingly. But in this case, unlike Xbox, where a majority of the games will upgrade for free, no problem, these are the limited list of games confirmed so far to upgrade for free to PS5. Everything else will be a paid upgrade. You will just have to buy the $60 PS5 version otherwise. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Borderlands 3, Cyberpunk 2077, assuming that comes out on time, Dead by Daylight, Destiny 2,
Free game?
Dirt 5.
What? Who?
Who made this? Who in PlayStation Corporate said, you know what, they're in a rush to play on the next
We're missing
generation?
Dirt Farm.
They gotta play these games, which all so far, the only legitimate game I said was Borderlands 3, and Cyberpunk if it ever comes out. Doom Eternal, that's a good.
Okay.
It's new enough that I'm like, I get it.
Man,
Are they
dudes,
picking
dudes.
names out of the hat?
Far Cry 6, that game sucks.
Wait, no, 6 is the new one, right?
Yeah,
With-
the latest
with
one.
Gus.
Mhm.
No, 5 is the latest one. Right?
No.
Or 6.
Six.
Really?
6, wait, which
So
one's
wait,
the one with
there-
the cannibals? Is
there's-
that 6 or 5?
Because I thought 6 is the one where Gus from Breaking Bad is
The American Cannibals. American
I thought that
Cannibals.
was
That's
5.
5.
That's 5?
Yeah, and there's
What the fuck
new-
was after that?
6? New Dawn.
Well, there was New Dawn, but that doesn't count as a new game. This is Far Cry 6.
Okay, so 6 is the new one. 'Cause
Maybe it's
I
not
saw-
coming
I saw
out
a
yet?
post-
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Guillermo
Well,
Carlos
this shows you how
Esposito.
much anyone gives a fuck about Far Cry.
Yeah, but that's why they put him in there.
Yeah. FIFA 21,
Cool.
Hitman 3, if you bought the digital version. If you have the disc,
fuck
off! Because all these other ones, even if you have the disc, it's still.
Yeah.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Ooh.
Isn't that the Dumb Monkey one?
No, that's the
I
sequel.
thought that's
the actual
sequel.
sequel. With
Oh,
the
is that out
students.
yet?
Yeah. it's
So
out
all
yet.
these are only going to upgrade for free
I
because they're
know,
going to be
because
fucking
they're
out
gonna-
already with the PS5. That's so stupid.
I love
It's
it.
only because they have a build already. Unlike Xbox, who's just like, yeah, there's no build of this, but we're just going to fucking upscale it and everything.
And it will
I
always
think
be free.
MK11 is also going to have.
Yes,
a,
correct. It's on there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Kena,
thought you were
A Bridge of
saying-
Spirits. That's an indie game. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Madden NFL 21. Maneater. Marvel's
Dun, dun,
Avengers.
dun,
We're going to talk
dun,
about why
dun,
that piece
dun,
of shit
dun,
shouldn't
dun.
upgrade. Marvel's Miles Morales, I guess, because it's already built on PS5
it's
or
already-
whatever.
yeah.
This seems to be the fucking trend, is if it has a PS5 version, it upgrades for free. If we have to put any work into it, fuck off.
Yeah.
Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom.
Huh?
MK11, as Josh mentioned. Ride 4.
Lol.
Riders Republic. Sackboy, A Big Adventure.
They're bringing
What
him
list
back.
is this?
LBP.
Anyways, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, the worst one.
Okay.
Yeah, so, okay, fine, whatever. I mean, it
This
looks
is
great
cool.
on PC, so hopefully it'll look like that. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, good.
Nice.
Then Cyberpunk
That
on there, of
one,
course.
yeah. Oh, shit.
Watchdogs Legion, so you can use the gross DLC, like I said, on there. WRC9, which is a
Cool.
rally sport,
World
whatever
Rally
game.
Champ.
I never played it. Apparently it's pretty good. And then Yakuza Like a Dragon. So, again, another game that's already
Ooh.
coming out and built on PS5. Now, the cool thing is, the games on this list, for the half of the good ones that are on there, maybe a quarter of the good ones that are on there, they are going to be upscaled. They are going to run at 60 frames typically. A modder for PC said that they have a 60 frame mod ready for Bloodborne, but if Sony will confirm an upgrade for PS5, they won't release it in order to give Sony their fair space. However, if Sony refuses to make a good looking Bloodborne,
Do it.
they're gonna do it.
Do it.
So,
Fucking do
so they already have it ready on the go. If From Software decides to be a bunch of fucks, From Software is a very confusing company sometimes with some of the options they make, because you have it where, Josh, correct me if I'm wrong, but Dark Souls 3 is the only one that runs at 60, right? 2, rather. Okay, I knew it was
Yeah.
only one of them.
Yeah. So Dark.
Only
Souls,
one of them.
So on PS4, like Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, naturally runs at 60 frames.
Whereas 1...
Dark Souls 1 remastered, that I don't know. I
Okay.
want to say 30, but I don't know.
But then 3...
But 3 is at 30 and
Bloodborne?
Bloodborne is at 30.
And Sekiro is...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 30.
30, right?
I think,
Yeah. So see, it's just one of those things where From's a weird company like that. And the thing is, that 2 redone doesn't look that shitty. It's not like it's graphically inferior to the point where it's like, oh, I can see why this runs at it or not. I don't know. It's just really odd. So we'll see if From Software decides to be shitheads or not. Now, what we were talking about earlier with that whole thing is the fact that for Xbox, they are doing a lot of more upgrades for free. And then on top of that, here's the main issue with this. If you're playing a lot of these games, a majority of these games that will upgrade on PS4, your save data will not move over. So you have to start over again on PS5.
Sony.
Whereas Xbox One to Series X, your save data moves over as well, which is the whole part of their power delivery narrative. Ever since then, for over almost 2 years now, they've been talking about your games upgrading as well as your save data migrating per generation, where Sony just said, well, fuck ourselves.
Yeah.
So that does give you very little incentive, despite the free upgrade, to really put too much work. Are you going to put 60 hours into Yakuza Like a Dragon on PS4, then upgrade to PS5 only to redo all 60 hours on PS5? Don't think so. I don't think that's a very smart idea to do all
Sony
of that.
make money?
Yeah, like...
Well, no, but Xbox could have done the same thing, and they don't fucking make any money off it.
I know.
Yeah, like...
Because the upgrade's free, so they're not going to make any money.
Like,
Exactly.
I want somebody to shit on this.
Yeah. I was saying, Dink made a video talking about, MK11 upgrades, and I think he said, like your data will move over, on both, but your trophies or achievements for PS4 to PS5,
Go away.
yeah, your trophies go away, but you'll keep them for Xbox Series.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's a weird thing where Xbox is at least consistent all the way across the board, whereas
MK11
Sony
has weird trophies
for
too.
Sony it is on the games, like it's like a per game basis, because there are some save data that will move from PS4 to PS5, just a lot of them won't. And then so with PS4 you really need the Ubisoft versions chart to see all this shit. Is it worth playing now? Will this move over? Will my save data move over? Whereas on Xbox, it's a fixed. Is it coming out next gen? Then it's moving over. So it's just one of those things where it's doing that. I just, honestly, this is where I do feel Sony could use a lot of revamping and like a lot of like fresh blood, is to think about tech side things. Because PlayStation's just good at putting on a nice coat of paint.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the technology...
Oh,
Not
remember, they're the best
really.
at everything. So.
Yeah, exactly. According to them.
According to them.
Yeah.
I think I saw that PS4 fight sticks should still work on PS5.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
So that's good.
Yeah,
Because-
Xbox One
yeah.
fight sticks as well as Xbox One controllers will all work with the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, because fight sticks are expensive.
Yep. But that's the thing. Even the controllers, PlayStation's, will only work on PS5 if... That means stop moving. Will only work on PS5 if you're playing a PS4 game. So if you're doing backwards compatibility, you can use your PS4 controller. If you're doing anything else, like PS5 games, you gotta pony up and get a PS5 controller. Xbox Series X, Xbox One X, back and forth, doesn't matter which controller. So
Do you have a custom fight stick, Josh?
Well, no.
he has a custom picture.
The Kanba. Yeah, like the fight sticks itself is not custom, but yeah, I made a background for it. It's kill to kill,
Nice.
and then I put clear buttons on it so you can see the artwork.
Ooh,
which is cool.
nice. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
But Marvel's Avengers already in the same boat as Anthem and Destiny. I don't need to go through that whole thing. Jim Sterling has an amazing video that covers it base for base of building up to Marvel's kind of big Square Enix's Marvel's. This is the weird thing. It's technically called Square Enix's Marvel's Avengers. If you're gonna say the actual title, it's Square Enix's game. It's like Square Enix presents Marvel presents the Avengers. But anyways, so you have that. But they've already had a bunch of announcements for delaying the roadmap as well as update postponements and everything. There hasn't been a major update since the game's launch, which is very reminiscent of Anthem, where it was like 4 or 5 months into Anthem's launch that there was no major updates. It's already been about 2 months, I think, since
like, what, 2-3
Marvel, and they already have announced the whole season pass being delayed as well as any updates not coming out. So
Shocker.
it looks like it's already following the Anthem Destiny roadmap, which is to not have one. At this point, Fallout 76 is going to have more content than it, which is
Shocking.
So that says a lot when Fallout 76 is kind of pony whipping your fucking big game. This again, once again, is the problem with the live service. Because if it had succeeded, it would have had the No Man's Sky effect, which is everyone can be like, oh, well, Avengers did it. We were successful in post. But since they didn't, they're still not the first one to fail. So Square Enix and Marvel just go, well, shit happens, COVID-19. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, God damn it. Now, of course, I've been shit-talking this game for months now, and I've already said not to buy this game. So for those of you who didn't listen, you're fucking
don't buy the game.
But anyways, this is what you get when you put all your faith in a game that, from the beginning, transparently doesn't look good, and then you decide to put your faith in it. That's what happens when you put faith in this shit. Because, the last shit wasn't good either. Marvel Ultimate Alliance was trash.
Yeah.
Marvel Infinite Capcom bullshit. It was trash.
Sucks.
If you're looking at Marvel's roadmap of games, they've been trash for a while now. So it's just one of those things where if it says Marvel on it and it's a game, do not buy it right now. Spider-Man was the one good thing.
Cool. Lego Marvel Super.
Those games are fine, but the problem with Lego is I feel like it goes into the kiddie category, where it's like it's its own thing. Like you can't really rate it as good or bad because it's fine.
It's kind of hard to fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's too formulaic.
And if you do mess up,
if you somehow mess up a Lego game, you're fucked.
Right.
Like I played the Kung Fu Panda one, the Indiana Jones series, the Star Wars ones, the fucking Batman ones. Those are all great. They're all great.
Legos.
But they're all the same shit.
Yeah,
So it's like one of those things where you can't really rate it like that versus Halo 2 or something.
That's
it's
weird.
like you can't really do
The
that.
stories are actually pretty good. Like I have all the Batmans.
They're nice and
Avengers.
silly. I like that. Yeah.
They're just
good
fun
stuff.
games.
Yeah.
They're very cute.
Indivisible, 505 Games put out an official announcement that is getting the kibosh put on it. So unfortunately, any content updates, all that stuff has died along with Lab Zero. So because of that, they're like, the game's still gonna be there. It's just frozen in the state that it's in. So
no support for it.
There's one more big update coming out for Switch, but as far as everything else goes, that's just to get Switch on the PS4, Xbox One level, basically. Then they'll be on the same level, and that's it, guys. They had a bunch of updates, free stuff that they were going to do in terms of balancing, and then in terms of a few content updates here and there, but all into the sky because Mike Z's a dick.
Yeah, Mike
That's
Z
literally the whole
just
reason. He
really
ruined
wanted
it.
to die on that hill.
He did. But as we talked about last
shitty.
week, thankfully they have had that rebound studio, so I'm happy for the people who came out of this fine, because that must have been a scary time to be like, my boss is an actual... This must be what it's like to work for Trump, basically.
Yeah.
So they were just like, my job is on the fucking line along with my life.
Yeah.
Mike Z
Because my boss is an idiot.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Mike.
That's got to be how it is. So I feel bad for them. Indivisible was fine. I think it was a very weird game in the sense that it wasn't quite what I think anyone expected it to be. I think everyone expected a very stylistic RPG that's more like Final Fantasy or something, but it ended up being this weird combo masher turn thingy. And it's weird. It's a very different game. It's hard to explain what kind of game it is, but it was very ambitious, especially coming from a fighting game studio. I can see them being like, well, we like RPGs, but we maybe know fighting games better, so this is our hybrid. So they tried. But I just would have liked to see maybe an Indivisible 2, what that would have been like, in the sense that, like, this is the kind of game that's like 6 out of 10, but would love to see the sequel. Like Sonic the movie, when we saw it, I told Josh, I said, I would watch the next one. It was good enough. It wasn't great. There was a lot of stuff I could point out that I didn't like about the Sonic movie. Yeah. But I liked it enough to watch the sequel. That's how I felt about Indivisible. It's fine, but if I give you time to bake, how did it go? So, I don't know. And it's really sad. All these delays, all this bullshit. Indivisible took forever to come out. Then the surprise drop on Switch by fucking 505 Games without telling Lab Zero. They were just like, the game's out now, and then Lab Zero had to put out a surprise announcement that's like, hey guys, we guess it's out on Switch. It's not in the state we want it to be. It's not ready yet, in our opinion, but they felt it was, so it's out, and Lord knows that was probably a 505 and Mike Z conversation, but that kind of sucks. Imagine waking up on this game you've been working hard, that you've delayed for years now, off Kickstarter, and you're just like, let me see what's on sale on Switch. My game.
Wait, that's mine.
My game's not ready. And that's actually how a lot of developers found out. That reenactment was brought to you by. But anyways, but that's how a lot of them did find out about it, is they just fucking woke up and it's out. And they're just like, what the fuck? It's not ready. So yeah, that's why it took quite a few patches, and it still has that one more to go before catching up. And it's just like, because the Switch version wasn't even ready yet.
Yeah.
So that sucks. But what doesn't suck is the fact that Sega's releasing in their big anniversary. How many years is it? 80 years? Is it 60 years? Something like that? I don't know. Sega's been around for a while, though. Not quite 115 years, like Nintendo technically has been around, according to their initial, from their initial inception.
I thought it was more than that.
Was it more than that? Whatever.
Like 18
the article said 115. I'm going off that.
Okay.
But anyways, they're releasing a free mashup of Yakuza and Streets of Rage 2.
131.
Cool. Oh, 31. Okay, yeah.
No way.
So
That's
whatever.
sick,
That's around the thing. So over 100 years. But yeah, it's they're doing a Yakuza Streets of Rage 2 mashup. So that's free too. You can pick it up. So keep your eyes out on when to pick that up. Only on PC, unfortunately. I wish it was going to be on everything, but probably some legal rights thing. But anyways, there are going to be other stuff too. If you have a Steam account and you want to claim your free copy of Nights into Dreams or whatever the fuck it is, that's also free right now. So they're doing a lot of cool anniversary stuff. So they're celebrating their anniversary. Mario's doing his 35th anniversary. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. Speaking of which, that's the next news thing. As I posted in the Discord, there's the video of that brand new Mario Kart game, that AR game that's coming out that I still feels like fucking magic.
Yeah.
I like it.
I know. We saw the video and it was really cool. And it's just one of those things where it's just like, I just can't believe what it is.
Yeah.
Like, it looks so simple. It's just a fucking RC car. Because when I saw the fucking initial picture of it, I'm like, oh, it's cool. It's like just an RC car that you control with your Switch.
Yeah.
Then I saw how you set it up. I watched the video. They did the setup. You're like, oh yeah, you can do whatever track you want from complicated to whatever. And they're like, you just set up the gates and it'll map out like what the course looks like. And you can play it fully 3D on your Switch and actually go through the course as you watch the physical car go around. So as they release more racers for it, because right now it will just be Luigi and Mario at launch, as you can imagine, wouldn't be very smart to just put everything in on this. But I think it's really cool. Depending on how much it is, we'll see. I don't know if I'll buy it right away. A lot of games to catch up to still.
200.
You think it's going to be that much?
Just
as much as the Switch Lite?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Maybe not that much. It's just an RC car and some cardboard. But we'll see. We'll see.
I'm wondering how
then again, Labo is fucking expensive, so God knows. You're right. This is a good version of Labo.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna implement like the green shells and shit. Like, did you like?
Well,
so
that's all
game,
done in your. Oh, right. Like, so they actually explained that. I didn't play that part for you, so I do apologize.
Oh, okay.
Yes, exactly. If you hit the other person with a shell or other
item,
item in whatsoever, it'll imitate it on that. A shell will indicate them their race car will stop.
Because like I was saying,
they actually planned all that shit.
I really just want to get a fucking blue shell plush and just yeet.
Well, you're not supposed to do that, because then the game will probably fuck up.
You were just talking about how you didn't want somebody to do that.
But no, I expect that to happen, is what I'm saying.
Well, when you play with adults, that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I feel like...
Or even with your nephew.
Okay, Patrick, we're not going to let him play with us.
Yeah,
I feel like he's just
I don't do that. I play fair.
Alright, so anyways, Mario Kart Live Circuit, keep your eye out on it. Looks really cool. Let's hope that the supply of it isn't as bad as Ring Fit Adventure or anything like that, which are great games, but no one can really find them.
Yeah.
So that just happens to be. I do like at least the fact that Nintendo, for the Game & Watch thing, which I still have my eye on, have people, they did just say straight up, this shit's limited.
Yeah.
When Nintendo says that shit, you gotta be careful, because they usually don't say it and it's limited. If they tell you in their fucking promo it's limited,
get on it.
They have like 10 in the world probably. So there's that. PlayStation 4. Oh, this is the final news story already because it's been a fucking slow news week. So good thing we filled. PS4 as of today of recording, which is the 14th of October. Version 8.0 dropped of PS4, which fucked up parties for everybody.
Oh,
so here's shut up. So here's how you do it. I feel like Bill O'Reilly. Anyways, what was I going to say? So here's how you do it. Now you have to. How would you do it before? Right? You're playing. You're getting your Overwatch group together. You're like invite, whatever.
Yeah.
Now you have to, because they merge groups and parties. You now have to make a group. Then I'm going to add Josh to that group, John to that group, Mallory to that group. But then we decide now we want to play Fall Guys. No more Overwatch. Fall Guys. Well, I don't really want to play with Mallory, so now I got to make Fall Guys group. Well, no, I'm just fucking around. But anyways, now I'm like, now I gotta make Fall Guys group. Then I gotta invite so and so, then Josh again, then John, then whoever, then Shubs, Bill, whatever. And now I have that group. Now I want to play Dark Souls, and I want to have just Noelle in there because Noelle and I are trying to co-op this shit, and I don't want anyone jumping in and bothering us. Now I'm gonna make my Dark Souls group, add Noelle, boom, like that. Now I'm gonna make my fucking Call of Duty Warzone group, add my friend Jarrett. So on and so forth, so on and so forth. That's how you have to do it right now. So until PlayStation decides to change that, that is now how you make parties for your games now. Because PlayStation decided 8.0 4 years later, this is how to do parties. It worked this whole time, and they said,
Yeah.
let's fuck it up.
Why?
God. You know, this cast has made me hate Sony more and more. I love
That's
Sony,
my
but
mission, sir. That's my mission. No, but here's the whole thing. So here's the thing. What am I going to buy first? Probably a PlayStation, only because Xbox betrayed me last generation with Scalebound. But
Yeah.
I still hate the fact that everyone gives PlayStation a free pass. I don't hate PlayStation. I still do prefer it over. However, just the fact that all these war crimes can be committed by Sony and just get ignored. It's like Sony's Trump and fucking
Sony's
Xbox's
the
Biden.
Republican
Pick
Party,
your poison.
I know, right?
Other than that, you can catch us sometime during the week because our work schedules are still a little fucky, but we'll try to figure that out. Sometime during the week at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Until the next episode, we'll catch you guys then. Until then, vote, 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 vote. Time to do that. I need to organize that still with Josh, so we'll figure that out.
Bye.
Bye.
Refreshing.